this step is the most ignored step. Most yoga practitioners would just interlock their fingers and they are ready to jump in Sirsasana. If you follow these 3 steps, your entire shoulder girdle will be stable and entire load will be off from your neck. The most important thing that you should remember is the movement of your upper arm. And for beginners, you would be able to do your first Sirsasana by the end of this lesson. Namaste yogis. Welcome to Body Mind Alliance. I hope you are doing well and practicing yoga. In this video, you are going to learn how to do Sirsasana step by step. You may have seen a lot of tutorials on Sirsasana on internet, and yet you struggle to do this posture. What could be the reason? The reason is simple. They don't teach the right technique and the alignment to do Sirsasana. And when you start practicing Sirsasana, you will face many challenges. So for example, some people find it difficult to hold in this posture. Some people fear falling on their back. And some people even struggle to jump up in Sirsasana. So we are going to address these challenges in the upcoming lessons. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced practitioner, you will definitely improve your Sirsasana. Yes, even advanced practitioner will also benefit from these lessons. And for beginners, you would be able to do your first Sirsasana by the end of this lesson. So it's time to start. Let's go to the Asana lab. Hello yoga practitioners and teachers. Welcome to the Asana lab. In this lesson, we are going to learn step-by-step process to do Sirsasana. I have taught Sirsasana to 100 of my students, both online and offline. Today, they are able to practice Sirsasana safely because they followed each and every step religiously. So, I want you to learn and focus on every step carefully. So, before we start, I want to remind you that we are learning from the perspective of a beginner. So, we are going to use the wall to practice Sirsasana. I'm here with Praveen. Praveen is a yoga teacher and a yoga athlete. And I am Neeraj Deshwal. So, let's begin. So, the first step in Sirsasana is interlocking of the fingers. Now, this step is the most ignored step. Most yoga practitioners would just interlock their fingers and they are ready to jump in Sirsasana. So this is something you will not do. You will focus on interlocking of the fingers so that you are making your Sirsasana very stable. Okay? Praveen, do the interlocking. Interlock your fingers. Now, it's time to come close. Now, when you interlock your fingers, make sure that the webbings of your fingers are coming close and they are strong. When you interlock, you will slowly bring your fingers on the back of your palm. Now, pull the skin of the palm and then release. And you will repeat this on the other side. Keep the fingers on the back of the palm, pull the skin up and release. Now, here. Now, this is where, again, a lot of practitioners make mistake, the placement of the thumb. Keep your thumb here like this on the index finger. Do not cross your thumb like this. Do not cross your thumb. Most practitioners do this and this is where they are unstabilizing the posture. So, this is the placement of the thumb. So, firmly interlock your fingers. This is the placement of the thumb. Now, the next step. So, in the next step, you will keep your forearm and knees on the floor. So, before you do that, we will move the mat towards the wall because we are going to take the support of the wall. Okay, so Praveen, move the mat. So, before you place your forearm on the mat, make sure that the distance between the wall and you should be 4 fingers apart, approximately 4 inches. So, you keep your head approximately here. So, interlock your fingers and keep it here. Like this. Keep your knees slightly back in this position. Okay. Now, what should be the position of your elbows and shoulder? Your shoulder and elbow should come in one line. So you should not take your elbows out like this too much. So this is not a stable position. So you have to make sure these are coming in one line. So bring your elbows close. So like this, not like this. Okay, like this. Shoulder, elbow coming in one line, and both the elbows coming in one line. Otherwise, what happens when you come up, you tend to go either on right side or left side. So there would be a balancing issue. Now, the next step, you will raise your knees up off the ground and start moving forward. So move your feet forward, forward, hold. Now, when you're moving your feet forward, the most important thing that you should remember is the movement of your upper arm. The movement of your upper arm. If you master this movement, then the experience of Sirsasana will forever change for you. So let me show you how upper arm moves when you are walking forward. So go back. So what happens with most of the practitioners, when they walk forward, their upper arm falls in front like this as they walk forward. So Praveen, go back. Yeah. Now walk again. Walk again. So see the upper arm is moving forward. So this is what happens. So your upper arm tends to drop. So you have to make sure that your upper arm is not dropping and you're pulling it back. So go back again. Go back again. So you have to resist the upper arm from falling forward. So Praveen, walk forward. So you're resisting here. You're not letting the upper arm to fall in front. So you're not letting the upper arm to fall in front. You're pulling it back. Now the next step is rotating the upper arm in to out. You will rotate the upper arm in to out. And you will keep the bicep strong. This is your bicep muscle. Keep it tight. Now, if you follow these 3 steps, your entire shoulder girdle will be stable and entire load will be off from your neck. So most people complain of neck pain when they do Sirsasana. So this will not happen if you are moving your upper arm properly. So don't let your upper arm drop. Keep pulling it back. Keep your bicep strong. Roll your upper arm out. Now the next step is keeping your head on the mat. So Praveen, keep your head on the mat. Now support with your hands. So as you keep your head on the mat, you will support it with your hands like this. Now Praveen, come back. Now again, this is one of the important question. Which part of your head should be on the mat? So this part of your head where I have kept my 4 fingers should be on the mat. The weight of the skull should be on the crown of your skull here. The entire weight should be here. No part of your forehead will be on the floor, otherwise you will not have a neutral spine. Your spine will tend to have this banana shape, or any part of this area of your head should be on the mat. So this part. So interlock your fingers, keep your forearms on the floor. So we do not keep the head on the mat initially, because when you lift your knees up, as you walk forward, your head will turn automatically and then you can keep the head on the mat. Okay. Now the next step is jumping. So there are 2 ways that you can jump. One is like this. So both legs going up. So Praveen, show how that happens. So this may not be suitable for the beginners. So we are going to learn the second way. Come back. So the second way of jumping up is bending one knee. So you will bend this knee, bring this thigh closer to the chest. Okay, this thigh will come closer to the chest. This is your right leg. Now you will kick this leg up towards the wall. So kick up like this, and you will jump to the wall and then raise another leg. So you will touch both the legs on the wall. Now here, first thing that you will do is press your pelvis in front. So basically, push your buttocks in front. Keep your legs straight. Make sure you're making that action where you're not letting the upper arm to drop. Bicep is strong. Now you will lift your upper arm up, side trunk lift up, keep your core engaged. Keep your core engaged, and then you will bring one leg forward and then another leg forward, one by one. Toes will come towards you. Pull your kneecap up and quads up. You will press your thighs against each other. So you can bring your toes towards you. So this is Sirsasana, step by step. Now let's see how you come back. Okay, so bend one knee, any knee, and bring that thigh closer to the chest, and then bring the other leg down like this. Okay, so let me show you again. So Praveen, come up. You will bend one leg, the thigh will come closer to the chest, and slowly you will bring the other leg down, and then you will go in Adho Mukh Virasana. Adho Mukh Virasana. Keep your forehead on the floor and relax. So if you are like Praveen, then you can hold Sirsasana for really long, but not everyone will be like Praveen. You struggle at various stages of Sirsasana. Now we are going to address those challenges that you face when you practice Sirsasana. All those challenges from the beginning to end, we are going to address in the upcoming lessons. So that's all from this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.